What's going on with all my money motivated stars? Now I want to talk about the Memphis woman who got charged for letting her underage daughter wax other people. You know what I mean? Doing Brazilian wax. You know what I mean? If you're a woman, males know what that is too. You know what I mean? Because a lot of y'all wives get them done. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all girlfriends get them done. Brazilian wax, where you know, if you don't know what it is, you know, it's when you wax the private part of the woman. You know what I mean? How they be getting it bald, you know. So when it comes down to it, it was a Memphis woman letting, I don't know how old her daughter was. Everybody saying she was 5. It was 5 or either 7. You know what I mean? A lot of people say a lot of stuff, but my take on it, you know what I mean, is because she made a post when her daughter was doing, when her daughter was doing it, she was saying, like, I'm passing on, you know what I'm saying, LLCs and businesses. Basically, like, she's setting up generational wealth for her family, you know what I mean? I get that. I understand that, you know what I mean? Like, that's what we need more people to do, you know what I mean? Just period, you know? But it's certain situations where you cannot let your underage child pick up that type of habit, you know what I mean? Because we see it all throughout, you know what I mean, all throughout life. You go to the Chinese stores, I done been rung up by a 10-year-old Chinese boy, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. You can go to a Arabian store, you know, 13-year-olds ringing you up. That's a common thing, you know what I mean? So when you see a black person do it, you know what I'm saying, you get happy too, but it's like that type of occupation, you know what I mean, is not for a child, you know what I mean? I feel like you should at least be 18 before you even do something like that. You know what I mean? Because that child is way too young to be exposed to another woman's, you know what I mean, private part. You know, she got locked up for it. I don't think she was supposed to get locked up for it. You know what I mean? Even though that is child neglect, she probably, because if you was to do something like that, I'm thinking it's probably something mental. You know what I mean? So I would have checked her into like an institution, because she had the right goal but not the right mindset for the goal, you know what I mean? Because her goal was to make sure she set her children up for success, which everybody should want to do that, you know what I mean? But the mindset was not there, because a properly functioning mindset would have said, okay, my child is way too young to be touching on these grown women, you know what I mean? And then the clients, you know, if you know, just putting myself in a woman's shoes, you know what I mean? If I was a woman, I wouldn't let no 6-year-old, 5-year-old child, any child is 13, 14, 15, all the way up to 18. You know, you wouldn't be touching me, you know what I mean? I don't care same sex. I don't care same gender, you know what I mean? I wouldn't let an underage person do their job on me, you know what I mean? I don't know if she probably was well connected with her clients, so she wanted, like, you know what I'm saying, my daughter, and they probably did it off the strength of they been getting them done by her, so you never know. But I don't think she deserves to be locked up. I think that's kind of like a mental thing going on there. You know, a lot of people bashing, a lot of people judging, you know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, she had the right heart, but and the right goal, but it just she didn't execute her plan right at all, you know what I mean? So she's spending time in jail just off the fact of that, you know. It's in our community, it's a lot of mental illness, and it's a lot of people not thinking properly. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people. That's why I don't really try to judge people like that, because it's a lot of people out here who really mean well, but they don't have the correct sense, and their brain is not functioning properly as a brain should function. So they do a lot of things that's kind of off the wall and stuff it's not normal. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not sane. You know what I mean? A lot of people I didn't witness working with at warehouses and other jobs, I noticed they let anybody in there. They don't care about giving you a mental evaluation at certain places. You know what I mean? They cause a lot of the mental illness and a lot of the mental diseases, and they just let people run rampant because they want people to do the utmost. You know what I mean? The utmost craziest things out here. I done seen people just go off in warehouses, and just because they worked, they was able to come back the next day. I didn't see them cuss people out. Like, I'm like, this person clearly has a mental illness, but you let this person back in the building. You know what I mean? It's like society really doesn't care. They gonna drug you up. They gonna sedate you. but they're not gonna really, they're gonna lock you up, but they're not gonna get you any real help. You know what I'm saying? People like that need real help. You know what I mean? Guidance. There's a lot of people who are not guided right, and she thinks she guiding her daughter right because she's putting her daughter on the entrepreneurship trail. But a lot of people, they jump into entrepreneurship without the thought process of a boss. You know what I mean? It's a lot of entrepreneurs out here making their own money, but they don't have the boss mindset. You know what I mean? So a lot of people just got to be aware of that. You know what I mean? We can't really judge some people, because some people really have mental illnesses, and some people really, we winging it. You know, all of us, we really winging it. If you ain't had that proper guidance in your life, you know what I mean? When it comes to, because our parents really didn't know a lot. They parents didn't know a lot. Grandparents, we really weren't taught nothing. So everybody's basically out here winging it. You know what I mean? We didn't go to private school. Public schools didn't teach us nothing, you know? So we basically had to learn on our own. Only thing they taught us that we really would need, reading and writing, PE, you know what I mean, and math. But they only taught us those things because they knew we were going to need it to work at their warehouse and their job. You know, we're going to have to add and subtract. You know, they only taught us enough to go work a Walmart job, to go work a Kroger, go work a Checkers, you know what I mean, to be at the cash register. So they taught you math, you know what I mean, to read off the order. So they taught you, you know what I mean, they taught you how to read. A lot of people didn't learn how to comprehend, but we know how to read, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of miscommunication when it comes. They only taught you enough to be a worker, not to be a boss. This is why a lot of people out here being entrepreneurs, but they don't have the boss mindset because you didn't get the right skills in public schools for you to obtain that, you know what I mean, knowledge. You know, so we just gotta prep ourselves a little bit more when it comes to trying to be a boss, trying to be an entrepreneur, you know what I mean? Like, just because the money comes, that don't mean that you in the correct mindset to be, you know what I mean, be in charge of people. You know, sometimes we just gotta slow our roll. But that's all I want to say in this video, man. Y'all like the content, make sure y'all hit the like button. Y'all be blessed and walk in this smoke.